This is the Gita class, chapter 5, sloka 22. We'll do the Mangalacharna prayers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjalasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Rupa Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Padagamanam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrayatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savabhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sandho Dheerabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Krupa Sindhobhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktabandha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Bhagwan Ki Jai Prabhupada Ki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So this is the chapter 5th, the Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Sloka is 22. ये हि संस्पर्शजाभोगा युद्धुःखयोनय एव ते आद्यन्तवन्तः कौन्तेय न तेषु रमते बुधः ये हि संस्पर्शजाभोगा दुःखयोनय एव ते आद्यन्तवन्तः कौन्तेय न तेषु रमते बुधः ये हि संस्पर्शजाभोगा दुःखयोनय एव ते आद्यन्तवन्तः कौन्तेय न तेषु रमते बुधः Ye those he certainly samsparshajaha by contact with the material senses, bhogaha enjoyment, bhuktulu bhoga bhokta, dukkha distress, yonayaha source of eva certainly they are adi beginning, anta end, vantaha subject to kaunteya son of Kunti, na never, teshu in those, Ramate takes delight, Buddha, the intelligent person, Buddhi, Buddha. Translation with the Prabhupada. An intelligent person does not take part in the source of misery which are due to contact with the material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and an end, and so the wise man does not delight in them. So here Bhagavan is saying that the intelligent person, he will avoid the sources of the misery. That is, the indriyas contacting with the or due to contact with the material senses. So objects contacting with the material senses, that is all dukkha yonaya. And such pleasures, why dukkha, that is dukkha, is explained in detail. And also, even if you think that is not dukkha, that is sukha only, but again in the next one he says sentence, he says such pleasures have beginning and an end, so the wise man does not delight in them. Even that is full of pleasure, but that has the adi and anta, beginning and end. When there is a beginning, when there is for anything beginning and there is an end, that particular thing is temporary or mithya or anicca. So this is the 22nd sloka. Basically, the liberated person or the one buddhaya panditaha, who is a pandit really, and he sees equal the rajogun, tamogun, everything. The brahmana or the cow or the elephant or the dog eater, everything is same, and he will look at only in the atma level only, and he won't interact with the. He will see all them except anatma things differently. That's what the liberated person explaining, and how he will behave and how he sees each one misery, sukha, dukkha equally, and all those explained in the previous slokas. So now in this sloka, Krishna is focusing mainly again the same thing like the previous sloka. What is the previous sloka? 521. So in the 521 also, he says liberated person is not attracted to material pleasures, but is always in trance, enjoying the pleasure within. In this way, self-realized person enjoys the unlimited happiness, for he concentrates on the Supreme. So why why he is self-realized, why he is concentrates on Supreme only, why he enjoys only his unlimited, and why he is not attracted to material sense pleasure is explained in this sloka. So because the material pleasures, sense pleasures, we think that they are sukha, but they are actually dukkha yona evate, as Krishna mentioned here. What is that? Dukkha yona evate on the second pada. Yehi samsparshaja bhogaha, the samsparsha of the material indriyas. And what is it? It has a dukkha yoni in it. That means the garbha in the between deep, inside deep, it has a misery only. Adi antavantakaunteya anatesham. Even if you think that it is not a misery, even if you think that's full of pleasure, but it has a beginning and an end. So the intelligent person don't even encourage this and don't even take a part at all. Asanga shastrena dhrudena chittva. They won't even have the sangha of these indriyas with the objects, having this digested this knowledge. And because why the indriyas are interacting with the indriya bhogas object, just because of the happiness only. Everybody is searching for the happiness and Sat Chit Ananda Atma, because everybody is like a soul. And the characteristics of soul is Sat Chitta Ananda. It's always eternal and full of consciousness and full of bliss. So because of that, because the ajnana is ajnana, and the ajnana is the opposite of that. So we are from time immemorial, we are contacted with the avidya ajnana. We are in the ajnana. That means we are thinking that we are this body, gross and subtle are karana sharira. Because of that, the Satchitananda, the eternal will become a temporary, because we all see that the body is temporary, the mind is temporary. Even every day, these states of minds, we see that. So that is Sat, and this is Asat. The soul is Sat, this is Asat. And Chit, the consciousness. The soul is full of consciousness, means full of knowledge. Knowingness is the knower, is the consciousness, whereas the other ones are knowable objects. This is the ajnana, the other. But we think that this is jnana and that is ajnana. And then ananda. Soul is full of happiness. We think that the body and the senses and have this is the happiness. And then that's why we are searching for the happiness. And here Krishna is explaining that all the senses and everything, because the body and everything is like a senses. So the senses, they won't sit idle. They will try to interact with the objects. And the final result is misery only. Now in the purport, let's see the points. Material sense pleasures are due to contact of the material senses, which are all temporary, because the body itself is temporary. Even if you think that a person has everything, whatever he wants it, and then he is enjoying with the body, with the controlled mind, whatever he wants as whatever the mind thinks, he gets it, let's say, and he won't be, first of all, he will get a disease, because bhoge roga vayam. Even if you think that he is doing that and everything, but the final result is temporary, because the body itself is temporary. We see so many examples, we keep on analyzing this point. That itself is this Adyantavanta Kaunde. That's why the intelligent persons don't even encourage that, because our also what is the jnana is our true nature is ananda, which is unlimited ananda, bliss. So we are already having the unlimited happiness. We don't need to search outside. That is first point. Second point is a liberated soul is not interested in anything which is temporary. Knowing well the joys of transcendental pleasures, how can a liberated soul agree to enjoy false pleasure? That is a liberated person. Okay, he is not interested, which is temporary. Knowing well the joys of transcendental pleasure, already the joy of transcendental pleasure is permanent, and that is our Swarupa only. Then why he tries to enjoy these false pleasures? In the Padma Purana, he said, Ramante yogino nante satyanande chidatmani iti rama padenaso param brahmabhidhiyate. Rama, meaning of Rama is the mystics derive unlimited transcendental pleasures from the absolute truth, and therefore the supreme absolute truth, the personal Godhead, is also known as Rama. That is the real meaning of Ram. So Ram means Ramante Yogino Ante. Yogino Ante. Anante. So Ramante Yogino, the yogis, they will Ramante enjoy the Ananta, unlimited one. Satchitananda Chidatmani. Sat Chit Atmani. Satchitatma. Sat means eternal. Chit means full of consciousness. Atmani, pleasure. Satchitananda actually. Ananta Atmani. Iti Rama Padenasau Param Brahma Vidit. So Padenasau. So iti Rama. Rama, meaning of Rama is this Satchitananda, unlimited pleasure. The mysteries derive unlimited transcendental pleasure from the absolute truth. And therefore the absolute truth, personal God, is known as Rama. Now in the Srimad Bhagavatam also it is stated, Nayam deho deha bhajam naloke kastan kaman arhate vidbhujanye tapo divyam putra gayena sattam shuddhet yasmad brahma saukyam tanantam. This is in the 5th canto, 5th chapter and the first sloka. That is the Rishabhadev telling to all his sons, my dear sons, there is no reason to labor very hard for sense pleasure while in this human form of life. Such pleasures are available to the stool-eaters hogs. Rather, you should undergo penance in this life by which your existence will be purified, and as a result, you will be able to enjoy unlimited transcendental bliss. So, this penance, tapas means what? The controlling the senses. Even though you have the ability to enjoy the senses, but you are controlling the senses. Having this knowledge that you have the transcendental bliss within our Swarupa, you don't need to that. And then with that, you will enjoy the unlimited happiness. So in the beginning, it will be a little difficult because from the time immemorial, we are thinking that the life is given to us just to enjoy the pleasures. That's why we are always hankering for that. But you keep on thinking, keep on realizing that, then you will see that the outside, all the dukkha yoni. That's why this is what you need to enjoy the pleasure within. And the last point, therefore, those who are true yogis or learned transcendentalists are not attracted by sense pleasures, which are the causes of continuous material existence. The more one is addicted to material pleasures, the more he is entrapped by material miseries. This is also, we practically know it. So to digest it, we can always practically experience. This is our testing area. And we have a body, and every day we need to work with the body. To maintain the body, you'll be eating, drinking, and all that thing. The indriyas, everything is happening. So keep on observing and think that what exactly the result of this. The body, you are trying to maintain the body, but ultimately the result is the body will die. At one point of time, body will get the disease and it will die. Even though you are maintaining very healthy and happily, everything is unsystematic, still the body is going to leave you. Same thing with the subtle body. Even in the everyday also, after 12 hours or something, and then you will be so tired, even though you are enjoying the pleasures unlimited, you will go to sleep. That itself shows that it has a beginning and end. And even though you are, for example, you are enjoying and then you don't want to sleep it, and you are trying to enjoy, then what happens at the same time? The body will fall down one point of time, and then once you wake up, you feel bad because you could not able to enjoy forever. And the next day, things will change and you can't even enjoy it. So that is what it is. So basically, the intelligent persons, if you are really intelligent and you don't go into this samsparsha bhogaha, so first of all, you won't even take part. Nateshu ramate bodhaha. Nateshu ramate. Na ramate. So he won't even encourage that. Now in the Shankara Bhashya, he says that there is all these bhogas are that has an end, beginning and end. Adi, Anta. Samyoga, Viyoga. That's why Viyoga, it says Samyoga, Viyoga. Adi, Anta, that's why they won't end. Also, he says that when these indriyas are contracting with the sense objects, when the senses are objecting with the sense object, that Samyoga, that Adi, Samyoga, that is called Bhuktulu. bhokta, bhukt, bhogaha. In the Sanskrit word, bhukti means bhukti mukti, they will say. Bhukti means the senses are contacting with the objects, senses, and enjoying it. Not even enjoy or misery. That the bhukti means the senses are trying to go with the sense objects. The result, maybe forget about the result. That's called bhukti. That's why bhoktaram yagitapsam sarvaloka maheshwaram sodam sarvabhutanam yatva mam shanti muchyati. The end sloka of this chapter, that's what Bhagavan says, that the one who is the bhokta is he only. And then once you realize that, then you will have the peace formula. That is a peacefulness. So that the bhukta means the indriya. So if you think that the indriyas are yours, but in reality these indriya shaktis are not yours. They are the Bhagavan appointed all these indriyas. Indriyas are controlled by the demigods, and then all the gods are, it's like one Bhagavan is controlling everything. So we are fallen down, Atman. Even though we are Atman, we are fallen down, thinking that the consciousness, not the soul consciousness, thinking the body consciousness. So because of the desire, we are entangled into the karma cycle. That's why we were given a body and the everything and the indriyas suitable for that, to enjoy that particular karma, and everything is directed by the gods. We call it here demigods, but in reality the gods and super control supreme god is the one who is having this leela. So it's like a movie. Drama is happening, and then we are part of the drama, but we have to get out from this cycle of birth and death. That's called bhukti, means that's. So this, whatever the indriya started enjoying with the object, so he says like the source is ajnana only. From the ajnana only all the sources are coming, because we are thinking that body. If you think that body, then only the indriyas will contact with the objects. If you are not thinking it's not the body, if you are soul, then you won't have even the indriyas and everything, you won't even contact at all. So that's why the source of all this is what? Ajnana. Atma anatma avivekam. So that's why when it is the source is ajnana, the end result is dukkha only, misery only. Avidya, kama, karma, and finally karma cycle is full of dukkhas that will entangle. That's why we are entangled in this. So that's why the moment we get the body, it's like it's a dukkha only. So, and also he says like Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika, Adi Daivika are all result of this senses interacting with the sense objects. Even that's why in the second chapter of the Gita, Sthita Prajna Lakshanas also he says like, first of all, don't enter in these indriya bhog at all, indriya business at all. We do the Krishna consciousness. So we know that Adhyatmika is bodies, problems of body and mind. Adi Bhautika is the miseries coming from the other entities, living entities. Adi Daivika is from the natural sources. These are all happening because of the indriyas contracting with the indriya objects, senses with the sense objects. Because that is why we are given the body, and the body is going to give you the problem. Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika, body and the mind always hankering for the indriyas. And even though it knows that the result is dukkha only, but still it is always doing that. That's a misery. Then Adi Bhautika, because to enjoy the senses with the pleasures, you need the other people. That's what you get the problem with the other people. That's called Adi Bhautika. And Adhyatma, Adi Daivika also, the nature of law is this dukkharayam asukham ashashvatam, means this is not a place of happiness. So the cycles of the season cycle will go on, and then you won't get out of 12 months, you won't even see any happiness here. So that's why it's a dukkharayam. That's why all these are, the source is the jnana. That is why all is happening, and that's why the intelligent person don't entangle here. So, and also he says, like Shankara says, like even not only iha and para also, even the Sargaloka, any loka you go, this is what the thing is. Until you realize yourself, you are not going to get a happiness at all. Vishaya Bhoga. So he explains that Indriya Vishaya Bhogas is almost like a mirage in the desert. And also another example is given is, so many examples he will give. So basically, Samyoga, Viyogam. And then Also, even if you think that even the Indriya Bhogas are, you are enjoying it, but still it has a beginning and an end. So that's why it is temporary. When it is temporary, so that's why you won't even go there. So basically, if you are, like Rishabhadev says, these Indriya Bhogas are in the animal life also. You don't need to have the human birth for the Indriya Bhogas. For some of the animals have more Indriya Bhogas compared to the humans. So, to get the Mukti, this is the biggest hurdle. So that's why the Bhagavan is saying that Adhika Yatnamo, you have to work so hard to not get entangled into the senses pleasures. That is what it is. So that's what the Shankara Bhashya says, and even Vidya Prakashananda Swami, whatever he's saying is same thing. He focuses on Dukkha Yoni. Outside it looks like a Sukha, but actually inside it is all Yoni. Yoni is Dukkha. Saukhyam tu bindu matrena dukkham parvatamevacha. Saukhyam, the Sukham is bindu matrena, drop. Whereas Dukkham is Parvatena, the mountain. The Dukkham is the mountain. We are all experiencing in our daily life, but still we are not realizing. That's what the power of the Moha. That's why in the Gita, and he says, like Krishna says, like your Moha is nasta, nasto mohasputi labdha. So your intelligence is gone, and you got your intelligence back, and then you removed your Moha. Then Arjuna also says, yes, nasto mohasputi labdha, Swami. So that's what it is. Mainly, you have to think like that there is a beginning and then there is an end. The result is going to be dukkha only. That's why the realized persons, they won't take part in this misery, and they will treat everything as same, and they won't get entangled. But the things, because they've done the karma, the things will happen as usual, and they will be away from that. Then basically the Drishya Sukhas, Indriyas, has two problems. And he says, like, first one is, it outside looks like a happiness, but inside it's all dukkha. Like outside the chocolate wrapper is so nicely, think that everything is good, and you open it, and it also outside it looks good, and you eat it, you enjoy it. The moment it goes in the stomach, it will have a problem of health issues. That's what it is. It's a simple example. And next one is Arjantam, because it has also beginning and end, the result is dukkha only. So okay, that's what it is. Whereas if you are comparing with the sukha of Atma, the soul's eternal happiness, it is unlimited, and it is always there. It is eternal. It is already there. We are already Atma Swarupas. We don't need to do anything. Only thing is we need to rediscover it. Because we are already Ananda Swarupa, somehow we are covered by the Maya. The only our human life is to goal of the life is to remove the veil of the Maya. Okay, that's what it is. And then again, he's comparing the Indriya Sukhas with the unlimited Brahma Saukhyam. So Indriya Sukhas are like a small lamp, whereas the Brahma Saukhyam is like a sun. And also, the Atmanandam is like an ocean, whereas the Indriya Sukham is like a drop. So that's why the Bhagavan is saying, like, even if you are rich, so much rich, you will have so much power and so much knowledge, so much strength, but still, if the person is going towards the Vishyas, the objects, senses with the objects, then in the Bhagavan he says, like, those are like unintelligent person, ignorant person only. Abodha. So with all this, it is, this sloka is again greatest sloka. Yehi samsparshaja bhogaha dukkhayanivate adjantavanta kaunteya. Anything which has a beginning and an end, just remove, like ignore as a poison. Because our Swarupa is already Satchitananda Swarupa. We are eternal souls. So we don't need any external object to get the happiness. So we can enjoy within ourselves. So our main object is to like Ragvashi, Ekaki, Yatma, Ragvashi, so many things said in the Gita. So we have to simply understand this knowledge, digest it, and then do meditation, more meditation, dhyana on our own true nature, and then enjoy within our own selves. Not like you need a person to enjoy. So long as you are looking for the outside people, outside indriyas, outside objects, you are like a slave only. That's why the best part is either you follow jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, whatever. Keep you busy, yourself busy all the indriyas from the beginning to the end of the waking state. Because dream state you don't have the control, deep sleep you don't have the control. In the waking state, in the morning to the evening. So whatever the nitya karmas, whatever the prarabdha karmas you have to do it only to maintain the body, maintain the family or whatever. But inside you always think about the Bhagavan, work towards the Bhagavan, like Ambarish Mahamuni, like Ambarish Raj, like that, Savai Mana Krishna Padara Vindayo, Vachamse Vaikunta, so Gunarnuvarnani. So Ambarish, he used all the 9 process of the Bhakti. Shavana Kirtana Smarana Vandana Pada Sevana Dasye Dashare Pujana Dashare Pujana Sakijana Atmani Vedana Govinda Dasa Vilashare. So Abhilasha, you have that desire of always listening, chanting, doing this, all the Bhagavad karma, so that the Indriyas will be, mind and everybody engaged in the Krishna consciousness. Then you don't have this danger of Indriyas interacting with the sense objects. That's why people who have lots of money, lots of power, they are really actually in trouble, because they will be more attracted, more dragged towards the Indriya Bhoga. That's why even if you see the Bhagavatam also, Brahmaji also says so many things so many times, and even Indra also says that, and everybody wants to born like in the Kali Yuga, because full of misery, we know it, and then we'll focus on that. And in the Kali Yuga, Namasmarana is more important. With the Namasmarana, simple austerities, you can get the highest results. That is the exclusion part given by the Bhagavan. So either way, we are already Ananda Swarupa souls. So realize our true nature. Don't get entangled into the Indriya Bhogas. Whatever you are doing it. And it's like you want to eat something, just eat it. You don't have to have desire for it. Whatever the parallel dishes and everything, just eat it. Don't get excitement in that. And then when you don't eat the palatable ones, still have the continuous steadiness of the mind, steady state of the mind, as explained in the previous other slokas also. That itself is a yoga. Control the mind, observe the mind, keep on observing each and every thought and trying to purify the thought, and then clean up the mind. Then you will realize your Atman, then you realize your unlimited happiness. That's where you get it attracted to that thing, and then you will be slowly disconnected with this material objects, material entanglement. Asanga Shastrena Dudena Chitta. Okay, let's all work towards 12, and then we'll see how we progressed. And this is very Susukam Kartumavya. It's already very encouraging. You keep on doing it, and then finally you will be addicted to this, and then you don't want to leave it, and then you enjoy this unlimited happiness of our own true nature, which we already have it. Only thing we need to rediscover it. So, okay, we'll end here. Hare Krishna. Krishna Bhagavan Jai, Prabhupada Jai.